What if I told you that there is a game out there where you can be whatever you want to be? Where you can put yourself in absolutely any scenario that you can imagine? Where you can make friends, family, or even enemies? Play endless games for endless hours, games that you will not find anywhere else but in this one specific place. Live all of these experiences, make your wildest dreams come true with excitement. You can create, buy, and dress whichever way you want here, and no one will judge you. All for a small fee of 15 tickets. Wait, tickets? Don't you mean Robux? No, I said it right. Tickets.
It's raining tacos from out of the sky. Tacos, no need to ask why. Just open your mouth and close your eyes. It's raining tacos.
It's raining tacos out in the street. Tacos, all you can eat.
In today's video, we will talk about the infamous story of Roblox and their in-game currency, which was completely free tickets. The history of when these came to be and how they came to end, how much they were worth, how they were obtained, and even how you could trade tickets for Robux without paying a single bit of real-life money. Hello everyone, my name is Brittany and welcome to How Does It End, a channel where we tackle things from pop culture, internet culture, and everything in between. Also, this is my first ever YouTube video, so sorry if things are a bit wonky. I've got a lot of things to learn. So yeah, let's get into this.
Cheese. It's raining tacos.
Pizza!
Okay, so everybody always asks, what is Roblox? But nobody ever asks, how was Roblox invented? And where did they get the idea of adding a whole economical structure into the game? Well, in the year 1989, a dude named David Baszucki, hope I pronounced that right, and his brother, whose name isn't really important, so I'll just put his name up on the screen, created together a company called Knowledge Revolution, which was a company with the goal of developing educational software. Their first project was named Interactive Physics, which simulated physics in a 2D environment. This software was developed by two very important people, David, who we already introduced, and a buddy of his who worked there, Eric Cassell. After their initial project, they developed and distributed a second project named Working Model, which simulated mechanical devices. They seem to have done an exceptional job at developing these two softwares because they were very successful for the company, so much that the company was sold 9 years later for $20 million by a company named MSC Software. Which, just as a little side note, I guess that the company was either bought by another company or rebranded, because nowadays if you search up Interactive Physics or Working Model, they show up under the company Design Simulation Technologies, where you can check out both of these softwares and get to read a little bit about each of them. Honestly, this is kind of sidetracking, but it's cool to know that the base inspiration for such a chaotic game came from educational software that has even won awards and is used for teaching NASA and STEM stuff to this day. I don't know about you, but that sounds cool. So anyways, let's go back to David and Eric, and not David's brother who just completely disappears after that one and only mention back in Knowledge Revolution. So David and Eric, it turns out, they are absolute masterminds, and after being at Knowledge Revolution and MSC Software for a while and doing other stuff that's not really important, David Kuhn and Eric Sama dream up the concept of a game that gives anyone the power of developing whatever worlds they want and being able to play in them. They wanted to give the players not just the environment, but the tools needed to create that environment at the expense of just having access to a computer and the internet. These ideas came from observing the people who use their softwares. As David once said, the fun seemed to be in building your own experiment. When people were playing it and we went into schools and labs, they were all making car crashes and buildings fall down, making really funny stuff. This sparked the initial idea of Roblox into their minds, a game where you build whatever you want and chat with other users. But in case you haven't realized it yet, so far David and Eric have only thought about the building and creating part, so where did the socializing part come from? David at the time was investing into a company named Friendster, which was one of the pioneers of social media networks such as MySpace and Facebook. Learning about social networking, this is where David thought of the second most important key ingredients for the game, and with this element, he created the formula for Roblox, which as TechCrunch Plus, what a tongue twister, oh my god, describes, it's a physics sandbox with strong creation tools and the social graph. So with this idea in their minds, the experience of software development and a fuck ton of millions of dollars ready to be invested, they create Roblox Corporation in 2004, and from Menlo Park, California, the first concept ideas for the iconic games were drawn out. Roblox was well received within the public, gathering a loyal fan base of players that were on the website every day, using both the Roblox launcher to play different games on individual servers and Roblox Studio to design and create their very own games. This was a breakthrough in the gaming community, as at the time there was really nothing similar to Roblox. Roblox became both a playground and a building ground for people of all ages. It was the first step to learning how to code and design your own video games that many aspiring game devs had, and it was just getting started. Roblox had so many unique quirks to it, from having the ability to freely customize your characters to earning in-game money that you could use to buy said customizable items in the game's shop catalog. And with the mention of in-game money is where we shift the focus of this video to the topic of interest, Roblox currency. Roblox of course needed a way to gain money. Letting users play with no gains for them meant bankruptcy and no-nos for the big corporate lords. They did invest a lot of money after all, and they needed a way to guarantee that their users would be motivated to spend money on the website to keep playing the game and to keep creating on it. This is where Roblox started to experiment with in-game currencies, that like in all other games that handle in-game money, it needed to generate income in IRL money for the company. The first idea was Roblox Points, which was pretty much a useless point system where players would get rewarded for being top players and having high scores and whatever, and it was useless because they couldn't spend it on anything, and I know that makes it not really the first ever currency, but the Roblox fandom wiki just can't seem to decide whether it was or not, since on some pages it is listed as a currency, whereas on others it's not. So yeah, make of that as you wish. And then their second idea was Robux. Moving on to the game's next currency, which is by far the only currency that has ever stuck inside the game, the infamous and popular Robux, which we all know and love. Users could buy Robux through real-life money either by purchasing individual packs of Robux or subscribing to one of Roblox premium memberships, which no longer exist. These memberships were divided into 3 tiers: Builders Club, Turbo Builders Club, and Outrageous Builders Club. The best way to get Robux was by having one of these tier subscriptions, as each one of them gave you a number of Robux per month after renewal. BC offered players a daily Robux allowance of 15 Robux, TBC gave you 35 Robux, and OBC gave members 60 daily Robux. Of course, each of these tiers also had their perks and benefits, such as being able to create groups, community ads, which no longer exist, private servers, which are now obtainable by everyone, create and sell clothes in the game catalog, which is also something that anybody can do nowadays, and a couple of things more. The best tier, however, was OBC, as this was the only tier that gave you access to the DevX program. Developers Exchange, also known as DevX, is a program that opened the doors to all types of Roblox creators the opportunity to gain in real-life money. Through this program, creators could exchange their Robux for real-life money in US dollars, which made the idea of making Roblox creations a full-time job for both developers and item creators a possibility. This is the main reason as to why OBC was a much more popular option for all 3 tiers, as kids with money meant happy kids. In order for a user to be able to access DevX, they had to meet certain requirements. These being having at least 30,000 earned Robux, having a verified email address, having a valid DevX portal account, have a tax form on file attached to DevX portal account, W9 in the US and W8 if outside of the US, be a community member in good standing and meet Roblox ongoing service requirements for developers, have a PayPal account, must be 13 years of age or older, and of course have an OBC tier subscription. Despite this sounding like an absolute money machine and a dream come true to many creative minds that developed games or created clothing, it wasn't all so much happiness and dreams actually coming true. DevX has faced so much backlash ever since its release in 2013 due to the exchange rates being very low, and you can't really make a living out of it as people thought they could. The current exchange rate in US dollars is $0.0035 for every 1 Robux, which is incredibly low. Only those who have like millions of players each day could probably make a living. I don't know, maybe games like Adopt Me or some shit like that. But even still, we don't really see what happens behind development doors of these super popular games. Roblox during the past couple of years has been met with many scandals of supporting child labor. You see, there are full-blown mini companies that develop games for Roblox who employ underage children to develop and upkeep games for them for very little pay. And in some cases, they're paid in just Robux. Well, they can exchange Robux into real money either way, right? The only way these kid devs can do that is if they meet all the requirements, the first one of having at least 30,000 earned being the most difficult, cause I highly doubt they're being paid 30,000 Robux. And even if they were, if we calculate how much money 30,000 Robux are, it's just 105 USD, and that's assuming that they actually get paid that without really knowing under what conditions they work. Do they work hourly? Do they work 9 to 5? Do they get paid daily, monthly, quarterly, bi-weekly? Do their parents know that their children are working? Who the fuck knows? But one thing is for sure, from what I've read, you cannot make a living through this DevX program. Not even with the lifetime accounts that are no longer available could you make a living. Lifetime BC memberships were removed around 2016 and all people who had these memberships received the Roblox Premium memberships for a lifetime instead, while keeping all of their exclusive items and badges. Builders Club was all the crazy rage back in the day, and I remember that users that had any kind of BC were super popular, but those with OBC were especially absolutely loved and were more than popular. But the point is that wherever there is money, there is a social hierarchy based on wealth. There will be the rich, the mega rich, and the peasants. In the case of Roblox, the social pyramid looks something like this. In the very absolute bottom, you had guests. Guests were a feature that super vintage Roblox used to have where people could play games without having to make an account. Of course, their access to things like chats, friends, and whatever were not available for them. They had the shitty default skin and a name tag that displayed the ID or number that guest was. If you ever saw one of these in a server, it was like seeing Mary Magdalene coming out of a brothel and getting stoned to death with no one intervening with some very insightful words of wisdom. After guests were noobs, which had this other shitty and distinct skin which was the default for all new players. Noobs were, well, as the name says it, noobs. You knew a noob when you saw one, so yeah. After those were the regular players that were just poor within the game and didn't have Robux. The poor peasants who could only wear free stuff from the catalog, which to this day is ugly as fuck. Like, come on Roblox, you're just trying to get users bullied at this point for not having Robux. Then there were those who did have Robux, which you could say were like middle class, I guess. Then there were all the Builders Club people, with OBC being at the very top of the social pyramid. So with all of this, the peasant Robloxians were just left to go from noob to regular player. There was nothing but scraps and ugly t-shirts for us unless you convinced your parents to get your Roblox gift card or worked 9 hours on a game for a company without your parents knowing. Until things took a change. Yep, that's right. We have finally actually made it to the main topic of this video, Roblox tickets. I'm so sorry it took this long. Many new players nowadays don't have a clue what a Roblox ticket was or that they even existed. They seem to have been a concept that was just exclusively for us players that were there during Roblox, if I could call it, its golden age. You get all of these super fantastic games like Survive the Natural Disasters, Roblox in High School, Build to Survive Zombies, and so much more. You had all the BC tiers under pretentiousness, groups were all the rage, there was so much going on the platform and people loved it. However, it seemed a little unfair for players who couldn't afford to get either Robux or a Builders Club membership. I mean, they deserved some type of recognition or prize too. So how could Roblox give them something to make it an equal ground among the community? The answer was tickets. Tickets, also called Tix for short, were the free alternative to Robux given equally among every single player no matter if they were regular players or BC members. Each player received a daily login reward of 10 tickets that could be used to buy stuff from the Roblox marketplace. Additionally, each time a player got visits to their place, the platform would give them 1 ticket. If the place was BC only, it would grant them 10 tickets per visit. Players of all kinds now had the opportunity to finally customize their characters to look best and reflect their personalities, granting players to be motivated to log into Roblox every single day and make their places look super cool to attract more visitors and therefore get much more tickets. Roblox tickets weren't just implemented into games solely for the poor little players. It was most likely implemented in a strategy to get more players on the platform. Or at least that makes sense, right? With the creation of tickets came another brand new feature which was even more of a craze, named Roblox. The Roblox trade currency, known as Roblox, was a part of the website that allowed users to trade between currencies with different rates. This meant that now players that could not afford to have Robux with real-life money could now obtain them through in-game currency, which doesn't mean anything in the real world. This trading system created something special in Roblox, an economy. It now functioned like more than a kid's game. It was now a full-blown community with an economy, and people were even getting jobs inside games through this trading system, since it allowed donations in both tickets and Robux to be made. There was really no need to buy Robux anymore. Tickets were amazing. They gave an equal opportunity to everyone to become rich on the platform if they were smart enough. However, there was a problem. Remember how you could trade Robux into real money if you had access to an OBC membership? Well, since you could trade in tickets, this just meant that people could get free in real life money this way as well. The currency exchange rate of Roblox was always varying, which meant that people could pile up as much Robux or as many tickets as they wanted, and through keeping track of the Roblox stock market exchange, they could consider what day would be the best to get the maximum value out of each of their currencies. Usually 1 Robux was worth 20 tickets, but sometimes it was tickets being worth more than 1 Robux, sometimes it was the opposite. So I guess you could say that Roblox not only opened the doors to possible game devs, but also to future stock traders and people who became top-class accounting managers. If you wanted to donate money to a player, you could. Either tickets or Robux were also available for being donated to whomever you wanted. Tickets were the most absolute craze back in the day. It was the most best thing that Roblox had ever done for the community, and giving people the opportunity to have Robux pretty much for free was awesome as fuck too. And just like all nice things in life, this completely backfired. People would create bot accounts just to farm tickets and later donate them all to the real accounts and get a fuck ton of Robux. This of course meant that Roblox as a company, Roblox Corporation, was not making the money that they were so used to getting. There was no more need to truly invest into buying Robux. You could have them for free with the right techniques or just by simply playing every day. This meant that Roblox was not obtaining the regular numbers and sales of Robux and memberships anymore, and they had to do something about it. Roblox was losing money, and if you know anything about modern day Roblox, it's just a big money machine and it's sort of a really greedy company, but then again, what company isn't? But I'm very sure that all of this very obvious greed started to show itself when one day Roblox decided to make tickets die and burn in the pits of hell. They announced that on April 15th, 2016, tickets would no longer be a feature in the game. Therefore, everybody who had tickets should hurry and scurry to exchange them for Robux. After the announcement, all daily signing tickets as well as tickets received from place visits stopped being given to players, which made it impossible to keep on farming them. Roblox, in an attempt to commemorate the removal of tickets, something so beloved within the community, hosted an event titled Tixapalooza for the entire last month of the existence of tickets. This event was nothing special, I guess. It was just an event to sell exclusive items related to tickets. However, these items were quite expensive, and considering that nobody could receive tickets anymore, only the people who had enough could actually buy items from the Tixapalooza event. And with that said and done, a month later, tickets were gone. So, what happened afterwards? Roblox stated that the reason tickets were removed was because they were confusing and delaying to new users, but it's not confusing whatsoever, and I don't know what they mean by delaying, cause what? Nobody was confused as to how tickets worked or how someone could obtain them. If a new user was confused about how the currency trade worked, well, I can understand that, but it's still not a valid reason to decide, yeah, we need to delete this instantly. Many unofficial sources have stated that the true reason as to why tickets were removed was because Roblox Corporation was facing lots of financial troubles, and to be honest, that does make much more sense than their actual statement. I mean, just imagine, you got a dope-ass company going and it's super successful. Suddenly, you introduce these super cool new features to your products, and people start to abuse the system, find loopholes, and they make it to the point that nobody wants to buy your product anymore because they don't need to. They could just keep on reusing what they already got from you to make more. Kind of like the infinite chocolate trick, but actually infinite. So it's fairly easy to understand their situation. However, why would they not state the true reason? David Sama indirectly confirmed this as one of the reasons for tickets leaving the website by saying, "The reason behind removing tickets is not to make more money. Primary reasons have always been product simplicity, botting, and not incentivizing certain behaviors." So you could say that the real reason for the termination was people taking advantage of the tools they had, and even though the financial situation at the time was never addressed, I'm very sure it was also one of the many reasons. Many players were upset, their ticket empires had crumbled, and once again, the social hierarchy changed into what it used to be. But not for long though, because another massive change was about to happen. Builders Club was announced to be removed entirely. All 3 tiers gone. On September 23rd, 2019, Builders Club was removed from the website and replaced with Roblox Premium in October 16, 2019. Roblox stated that the reason to remove Builders Club was because it was confusing to players, especially how to obtain it. For example, people thought that you had to actually build stuff to get it. Also, as the years went by, many of the features and benefits that Builders Club offered had been removed, making it pretty useless to have. People who had any Builders Club membership before the removal of all 3 tiers got to keep their memberships until they expired, and all lifetime Builders Club members got their memberships changed to lifetime Roblox Premium. So what has happened afterwards? What is Roblox nowadays? Where do they get income from? How does one become a Robloxian? Well, to play the game, all you need is to create an account, basically. The game is now available on PC, mobile, both iOS and Android, and it's also on the Xbox. Robux are still the social norm on the site, sort of, and there are premium memberships which grant you a status symbol that is placed next to your name. However, nobody seems to really care about it if you're a premium member or not.
Can I have cheeseburger, please?
After Tickets and Builders Club was removed from the site, along with Roblox of course, Roblox released a 3-tier membership plan where users would still get some of the benefits they get with Builders Club. For starters, each Builders Club tier had its own badge that was displayed on your profile and besides your avatar name, which meant everybody knew what tier you belonged to. Roblox Premium also gives you a badge to go on your profile and name tag, however it's more simplistic and boring. Also, there is no distinct badge for each tier, which takes the social aspect out of it, since nobody really cares about seeing a fancy square next to your name, and it also doesn't spark any curiosity as to why you have it. Back in the day, only people with the Builders Club membership could sell clothes and items on the marketplace, but nowadays any member of Roblox can do it no matter if they have premium or not. If you're a non-premium user, you just get charged a 10 Robux fee for selling items. If you're premium, you won't get the fee. The next benefit, DevX, is also available for all users with no distinction, so again, nothing exclusive for members there. But you know what is a benefit for premium members? Trading, as in like trading exclusive stuff from the marketplace. That doesn't really sound eventful. Another benefit is that you get 10% more Robux when buying as a premium member than buying as a regular member, which means that if you're subbed to any of the 3 tiers and you buy 100 Robux, you get 110 Robux instead, while a regular user would just get 100, which on itself doesn't really sound like a perk either, because if you're subscribing to a premium membership, it's to get Robux. So why do they expect you to keep on buying more Robux? It just doesn't really sound that, beneficial. And speaking about Robux, the next benefit is the Robux allowance. With Builders Club tiers, the allowance was daily, but with Premium, it is monthly. After you get built and renovate your subscription each month, you receive the corresponding Robux for the tier that you are sub to. The tiers are as following: Roblox Premium 450, which gives you 450 monthly Robux, Roblox Premium 1000, which gives you 1000 Robux every month, and Roblox Premium 200, what number is that? Hold on. Roblox Premium 2200, which gives you 2200 Robux accordingly. So with all of this, let's sit and ask ourselves, how does it end? Well, nowadays Roblox does stuff like virtual concerts and collabs with big companies and artists to create merchandise items for each of them or in-game experiences. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, but Roblox renamed their games to experiences, so yeah. Robux are still used to show how rich your parents are, but with games such as Hungry Artists and Please Donate, you can get Robux for free through in-game donations. It's a bit of a struggle, but it's possible. So with all of this, we can say that the way it ends is that Roblox as a corporation will always look for the better and maximize profit over anything else. Yes, they can design new widgets and features that will enhance their users' experience on the platform, such as when they implement a smooth terrain into the games, or how nowadays your avatars are much more customizable. But when it comes to money, everything is only about that money. If they ever release something that puts into jeopardy how much the company earns, they will put a stop to it, just like they did with Tickets. So despite Tickets being an awesome feature, sadly, it started to grow into a feature that could be abused and taken advantage of, resulting in their termination. This took away from many players that could not afford any Robux. You can't blame the company for something like that, however, but I don't know, guess it could have done stuff differently in order to get through the Tickets and Robux farmers. The good thing, however, is that from what I've seen on Roblox these past recent years, is that there are so much new players and players that can't afford Robux, and nobody seems to bat an eye as much as they did back when I was a kid. Sure, having Robux is still awesome and better, but many kids just log on to simply enjoy their time and play cool games. So I guess we can say that despite Roblox removing Tickets, the game is still very much thriving and growing day to day, with the top priority of users being their fun and enjoyment. Will we see another feature like Tickets again sometime in the future? I don't think so, but its history will always be there, lurking in the shadows of Roblox. I discovered Roblox in 2011 after one of my dear friends from middle school introduced it to me and made me an account. I did, grow out of it, but I always remembered it and would log into my old account throughout the years just to check it out. Yes, it belongs to a corporation. Yes, the corporation only wants money, but as long as you stay innocent and play the game with nothing else to think about, it's actually very lovely. It is still random, it is still creative, it is still wholesome, and it is lovely to see that some of the wackiest, weirdest memes have come from it. But Roblox has always been doing it. We cannot forget about memes like shoot the whoop, lol face, it's raining tacos, and of course, the infamous oof sound that is engraved into all of us. But we gotta remember that all of this was created by users, by the community, and it is still being created. Memories are still being formed, and silly little videos and memes come out every single day, showcasing the magic of giving people a world of possibilities. Whether you have Robux or not, the game is still there for you, and it will always receive you with a warm and lovely hug. Gosh, that was cheesy. Okay, that's the end of the video. Bye.